Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel of mprugs.com. My name is Mike Panna. I'm the moderator in the series of videos that is all about Persian rugs and carpets from around the world. And in this quick video, I want to introduce you to a couple of our latest additions. And again, as I have shown in the other videos, being in the family of wholesalers, we deal with rugs every day. But every once in a while, I stumble across carpets from around the world, Persian, Turkish, Chinese, Indian, whether it's our own rugs or rugs that belong to one of the other wholesalers in the area, in Hamburg, Germany, where we're at. And so whenever I'm out here visiting, since I'm native from Colorado, I always make it a point of trying to make as many videos as I can about beautiful, unique types of Persian rugs. And this is definitely one such find. These are two beautiful semi-antique Hereke rugs. Here we have a small pictorial piece, and I'm going to show you in the close-ups here when I get behind the camera, as I always do. It's really unusual for the small Herekes, and this one is roughly 30 centimeters by 45 centimeters. This is about 10 inches by maybe 15 inches. It's a really small piece, but what is really unusual about it is actually the pictorial design and the size of the signature. For someone who loves the Turkish Hereke rugs, and we're talking about the genuine ones that date back from the 1940s up until the 1970s. I mean, this is really a rare find. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's just that being someone if you are watching this and you are passionate about the Turkish, the Hereke rugs, you are going to love just the sheer design. And like I said, for me, it was the design, the pictorial, which looks like a lighthouse, with the oversized Hereke signature. And I'll show you that in when I get behind the cameras. Quality, 10/10 quality, which puts it in the very high quality for the Hereke rugs. And then here, the larger one. This has got to be one of my own personal favorites. And I know there's someone out there who's going to be watching this video who is one of my many collectors, many regulars, who is absolutely passionate about these types of rare metal Suf rugs. And I'm going to show you this when I get behind the camera. So we have a small pictorial and we have an absolute gorgeous, extremely well made, it's called Suf. These are the types of silk Persian rugs that have the metal foundation. So I'm going to get behind the camera and show you some of the features. So here I'm back again, as always, from behind the camera, and thought I'm going to show you just real quick the small piece right here, this pictorial. Like I said, I thought it kind of looks like a little island with a lighthouse. If anything, I would imagine it could be like a Turkish lighthouse, given the onion roof and just the way it all looks. But I thought it looks absolutely beautiful, and it's really rare to actually find small Hereke pieces with this type of simple, yet in my opinion, absolutely beautiful design. This pictorial piece right here. Generally speaking, the pictorials tend to be a little bit larger, but sometimes the quality on the genuine Hereke pieces actually tend to be lower quality, like the 8/8. This is a 10/10, meaning if you put a ruler on the back, it has 10 knots per centimeter. So basically 1 knot per millimeter. And it's a really nice, beautiful piece. Dates back about 50 or 60 years. But again, we have the supersized Hereke signature, and this is actually probably one of the best examples of what an actual Hereke signature is all about. I'm going to show you in a little bit the metal piece, and then you can see typically the Hereke signature is very hard to read. They really took their time and enlarged it. So for those of you who are into the Hereke rugs, this is probably as good of a signature as you'll ever see as far as wanting to know what it actually looks like. So there it is. Again, like I said, this was purchased by us at the same time as this larger piece. And if you have been following my channel, you know I have a real personal fetish for the metal rugs. And when I say metal rugs, I'm just going to hold this. You can actually see how it shines. This is what you would be seeing if you saw it in person. This silk, this metal foundation, it is throughout the whole rug. Normally, you have small amounts of metal added. And when I say normally, these are extremely rare types of carpets. There's not a whole lot of people that have the skills to make them. And the sheer amount of metal that is in this rug is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it is basically almost through, it's within the whole rug. And the same thing, if you look up there, the signature, remember earlier I talked about how this small piece has got to have the most beautiful Hereke signature I've ever seen. Well, this is what you typically find in the Turkish Hereke rugs. This is what we found in this piece. So they actually both say the same thing, but as you can see, it's really difficult to weave Hereke, especially when you have it with something like a metal foundation. And I mean, the weight of this Hereke piece, I wish for those of you who are passionate about these types of rare rugs, I wish you could be here to see it. This would actually weigh nearly twice as much as a Chinese counterpart. So whereas most of the metal silk rugs are nowadays produced in China, and I've talked about that in my other videos. I don't always want to talk about the Chinese versus the Turkish Hereke rugs. In this video, I really just want to feature something that, again, many of you who enjoy Persian rugs, that have subscribed to my channel, that are just following the videos. If you are into Persian rugs, you are going to appreciate something as rare as this piece. And again, for someone like me who is just a freak about Persian rugs, it's really just a pleasure being able to hold it in my own hands and to basically share it with all of you. So this is a beautiful example. It's one of the few rare metal rugs that come out, that have been made in Turkey, that have basically metal throughout the rug. Now, one of the questions that I've oftentimes been asked is, what does the back look like? Since there is metal throughout it. And one of the things, and I'm just going to put it here, you can see there is virtually no metal shining through. Even though, I'm just going to flip this around. Notice all of the metal. If you look on the back of the design, you will notice that it's right here. All of this greenish, everything that you see here, this has the light green, all of that is the metal from the front. So I've had some people asking me, well, how is this possible? Well, the answer is simple. This layer, keep in mind, the Turkish Hereke rugs are double knotted. You have a single knot with the silk. Then they add a second knot. The metal is knotted onto the silk foundation. This is why you notice the fringes, there's no metal sticking out. It's all silk. But you also notice on the back of the rugs, everywhere where there's this lime green is the metal. And the best, like I said, the best example I can show you is, I'm just going to use this piece of the rug right here, the corner. If you flip this over, this is metal in the front, but you notice in the back it's all this lime green colored silk. So the silk foundation, the silk is actually woven in first, then the metal is added. And like I said, when you hold it, when you give it a little bit of light, wow, this is what we talk about, the wow factor. So these are the types of rugs, extremely rare. Just got them today, and as soon as I got them, I was like, you know what? I know there is a very, very special client of mine who has become almost like a friend that I just haven't had the pleasure of meeting. And I know as soon as he sees this video, he's gonna say, yep, Mike, set him aside. But I wanted to show them to you all. So I hope you enjoyed this video on rare Hereke rugs again. As I always do, when I find unique pieces, I feature them. I was actually planning to cover another topic that one of my subscribers asked me about antique rugs, that email that I got over the weekend. So we're going to do that in another video. So I hope you enjoyed this video about the metal and the pictorial Hereke rug. As often, feel free to subscribe, or if you have questions, leave them in the comments section or email us at office@mprugs.com. Look us up at mprugs.com also if you have any other questions or need added information. So best wishes from all of us, and look forward to bringing you hopefully another video in a few days. Take care. Bye-bye.